Hello and good morning everyone, Konstantin aka Mr. B back on another weekend, and today I would like to talk with you about my pet peeves I do have with some watches and which can really drive me crazy. Let's go! Alright guys, if you do like this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so too. As well, hit the small bell button to get notifications when I do publish new content. This would help me and the channel quite a lot. Thanks guys! The first pet peeve of mine is actually a fiddly crown, and I have talked about this issue in my video about my Speedmaster and why I hate it so much, and it's really the tiny crown which really makes it a pain to wind that watch up. And as well my SKX, but even more the Squadron 1521 are really difficult to set. The SKX is more or less alright, but the Squadron 5021 is another candidate where I say, oh come on guys, why? Especially if you do wear your watches on a frequent basis, you have to set them every time new, it can really be a pain in the... Nevertheless, this is my first pet peeve which really can drive me crazy. My second pet peeve actually is when a watch sports a very small movement, and this is displayed with a sapphire crystal case back. And a very good example here is the Hamilton Khaki Aviation 46. It is not very well decorated. It's a tool watch, it's a tool pilot watch. Why not use a regular steel case back, nicely decorated, and alright, it's good. It will add to the design of the watch. If you have a real Flieger watch with a unitas movement, a big unitas movement, then you can use a display case back. But don't do that for this small little tiny movements, alright? The third one is the major pet peeve I do have here, and these are divers with a water resistance under 100 meter, and one example here is the Oris Diver 65. I mean, yeah, alright, it goes back to the history of the first diver, which as well did just have 100 meter water resistance, but the Tudor Black Bay, for example, or the Submariner did have in the past as well 100, but we are in 2019 today. The Submariner has 300 meters and the Black Bay 200 meters. So Oris, yes, you want to go back to the roots, but come on, 200 meters would be possible with the same design, 12 millimeters case height would be alright to do this. But if you think that is bad, then you have to check Panerai Luminor Dual. I mean, what's going on there? This is a watch which costs list price more than 10,000 euros. And the water resistance of a Luminor, the most iconic dive watch, is 30 meters for more than 10,000 euros? Really, Panerai? I mean, not understandable. Not really. My pet peeve number 4 is actually a manual helium escape valve, like the Omega Seamaster, for example, does sport. And I mean, there are so many nice options if you would like to have a helium escape valve. Look at, for example, the Tudor Pelagos. This is very well integrated into the case. The Sea Dweller from Rolex is another great example, but you don't have to pay premium money. If you check out just from Mark on some of their divers, they do have the same thing, and it's really nice integrated in the case. You don't have some strange object coming out of the case on another side. And really, if you are a diver and if you have to go to the decompression chamber, then you are not able to unscrew this, are you? And I think the doctor or the person who's with you will not think about to do that either. And my pet peeve number 5 definitely are fake watches. I mean, there are many fakes, and I get it, you are on holiday, you are at the beach, you're going to buy that Rolex, ha, but really, when I see how many people at the moment are threatened with really great fakes, and it's really a pain to purchase vintage watches because there is a quite huge number of fakes and replicas out there, then it's really something which endanger you and which not is good at all for us, for the collectors. My pet peeve number 6 are actually mesh bracelets, and I did purchase my Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 1 on the mesh bracelet, and it is a very good, a very well made mesh bracelet. When I put the watch on the mesh on my wrist, it was more like, oh, not at all. I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't feeling it. And when I do see nowadays also the Squatter 1521 on a mesh bracelet or whatever diver, it's every time like, not my cup of tea, not enjoying that at all. A very big pet peeve of mine is fake patina. And when I do remember that Omega did introduce the Omega Seamaster 300, I was so happy. A very great design case, beautiful bracelet, beautiful bezel. And what do they put for loom inside? Fake patina loom. I mean, come on, when you have a really nice aged diver with faded bezel, with a scratched up, banged up case, combined with a rubber strap, a leather strap, or a flimsy bracelet. This is beautiful, this is history, this is nice, but a brand spanking new, well, vintage inspired, but still brand spanking new shiny case with shiny bezel and this fake patina who nobody knows how this is going to look like in 50 years. I mean, come on, Omega, come on, why did you do this? This ruined the whole watch for me, actually. One really big pet peeve is the missing micro adjustability of bracelets. I mean, you have so many dive watch which do sport that feature, and a lot of brands do this. Breitling, for example, they use for their steel bracelet the 20-year-old shitty clasp style and didn't improve it, and they are capable to, because in their rubber straps, in the folding clasp, they have a perfect micro adjustment possibility. Come on, it's nothing more important than how your watch feels on the wrist. This is how you make money. This is how you sell your watches. You have them every day on your wrist, so it needs to be comfortable. Rolex, the godfather of glide lock. What do they put into the GMT Master? A smart link? A smart link? This is your answer? The Datejust 41, new clasp, a really big block of a clasp. You could fit a micro adjustment there like the glide lock. You don't do it, you do put a smart link in there. I mean, come on! My last pet peeve is actually when a bracelet is held together with pins. We have 2019, it's not a big expense, and if you are concerned about the safety, I mean, my GMT Master does use screws. My Marcello C Trident, which I did purchase under 600 euros, uses screws. My Breitling Avenger chronograph uses screws in the bracelet, and it works. It never ever a screw came out of that and I lost it. Really, never. And when I do remember fastening, for example, my Omega Speedmaster, it was a nightmare because I don't have that patience. And even the Seiko bracelets are a much bigger nightmare because you have the pins, you have the counter pins, you have to get them out in the right direction, you have to get them in the right direction, and then the counterpart is too wide and it falls out, and just use screws, okay? Please. Alright guys, these were my pet peeves, the things which really can drive me crazy about watches, and I would like to ask you sharing with me your pet peeves you have down there in the comment section below. Thanks for that guys, I wish all of you now a very happy weekend, a good start into the new week. Look forward to see you in the next one. Say goodbye and auf Wiedersehen, euer Konstantin. Ciao guys.